So hi, Loki.
Hi.
We are here at Poly Effects booth, right?
We
so
are.
you've got some Eurorack modules and some pedals as well.
Yep.
So we're going to have a look at the Eurorack modules first, and then we'll step over to the pedals, right?
Yep.
So talk us through exactly what Poly is.
Yep. So here we've got Hector, our Eurorack module at the moment. So we're showing a few new things for Hector. Hector's been out for a while now, but so it's a virtual modular environment. So you'll see that we've got a bunch of different modules here, all connected. We've got over 100 modules, like quite a lot over 100 modules in there nowadays. It's just a massive list. But here I've got our Euclidean sequencer, and here I'm showing one of the modules that's brand new. It's going to be in the next firmware update. So you can choose a chord, and then you can strum it. So here I've got C major, and then I can choose A minor 7th. Obviously, it's multi-touch, so I can use 2 fingers at once. So I can, pull this chord and choose A minor and strum. So you get 4 octaves of it. I just wanted a different way to be able to interact with notes. At the moment, it's running through this quantizer. I've got everything enabled, and then it's running into the 2-operator FM here. In case some of these seem familiar to you, it's because this is a port of Mutable Instruments plats. You'll notice that in this rack we have all of their modules, because we've got a beads here and we've got every single one on these modules. So if you want to have multiple ones of these modules, if you want multiple ones of plats, you just touch this and then you press duplicate, and then you've got another one. Obviously, it's got all it's got all of the controls that they normally do. So
you've got, like you said, you've got all the Mutable Instruments modules. Have you actually? So you've got all of the random stuff and everything.
So
cool.
if I jump over here, we'll have the Chaos controller, which is our name for marbles. So you'll see it's got all of the interface. We make our own custom interfaces, obviously, because we want to make them very easy to use on a touchscreen. It's a very different interface. So, it's got deja vu, and we've got these nice little pictures. All stuff to try and make it easier to understand.
So in terms of I/O on the device, What have we got?
So it's got 6 ins, 8 outs. The inputs and outputs are, not dedicated differently to audio and CV. You can use them for either. If you are using them, that's lovely for flexibility. The downside is if you're using them for pitch, you will need to run through the pitch calibration module first, because otherwise, it'd mess with audio. So, but we've got one of them, you just add it in. So it's got all the normal outputs that marbles would have, our Chaos controller, and so you can route them to any of these modules. And the way you connect something to something, say I want to connect this delay that is currently not connected to anything, to this other delay, I just do that.
All right, neat.
So it's all, it's all designed to be really easy to do, really comfortable. And other inputs and outputs, we've got MIDI in and out on 3.5mm TRS Type A, and we've also got USB, so you can have USB MIDI as well.
Great.
The stereo, this reverb module, that's convolution-based reverb, so you can load real spaces into the module. So yeah, you can load them over the USB. But as I mentioned, there is just over 100 modules here now. There's just a giant pile of them. So, they're organized into categories. So, if we want to grab synth ones, we can, or if we want to have a look at the weird ones, we can. If we want granular stuff, which is Port of Clouds. Obviously, we've got, over 100 modules, so there's a huge variety of different stuff. Some of them obviously are more traditionally guitar-focused stuff, like the rotary, but then we've got the much more synthy kind of stuff as well, and things like strum, which is obviously much more
control, right?
Yeah, more control. And same with our sequences.
I was just about to ask if you've got kind of sequences and stuff as well.
We've got the Euclidean here, which I already showed. That's if you want crazy Euclidean stuff, that's there. And then if we want to add a note sequencer, we'll go to N and grab a note sequencer out. And touch this guy, and then we'll draw some notes. Like that. And we can do the same things for drawing control voltages instead of notes. We've got a couple of different options for that. And these have some fun outputs. So you can have one so that they have a particular effect, like a particular signal for when they get a trigger for when they get to the end of a cycle. So you can cascade them easily. So, we can build very complicated patterns with them. And there's a range of different sequencer options. And then there's things like the loopler, which is our very complicated looping environment. And you can loop CV as well if you want in that. Then, do very complicated processing.
Cool. So Hector is Hector, right?
Hector, yep.
Sorry. That's available now, right?
Yeah, it's been out for a while now, yep.
And what's the price on that?
They're $5.99.
Okay, brilliant. Let's jump over to the pedals and see.
Yep, we've got some new stuff to show there.
Cool.
So here we've got Beebo, which Beebo is just the same as Hector as far as patches go. It's just got 4 inputs and 4 outputs instead of the 6 and 8 that was on Hector. But otherwise, the patches are identical. You can, all the same modules. If you save a patch on Hector, you can load it on Beebo and vice versa. Obviously, it's got foot switches instead, and 1/4-inch ins and outs, TRS MIDI as well. Same USB stuff. And so now, you can bind stuff to foot switches easily. Like I've got things turning on and off of foot switches, but that, apart from that and the knobs, they're identical. So here I've got a cab for running direct. We've got some reverbs options and a step sequencer here controlling the delay. So and here we've got the signature pedal of the person that's standing at the back of the booth, the Josh Smith Flat 5. And so it's all got some snazzy controls, including this touchscreen interface, so you can easily change between presets. And you've got each preset has got 2 different sides, and you can blend between those sides with this LFO. So these LFOs here let you blend between the 2 presets. So if I set the LFO to a different position, if we go, and now if we on the other side drag this all the way down, we can blend between them, and you can see it modulate. Obviously, yeah, full MIDI control, different selectable diodes, tons of control options.
So what exactly is this pedal?
It's a gain pedal.
Right, okay.
But it's a gain pedal
with some filtering.
2 different channels that have totally different circuits. One's a transistor-based gain with selectable diodes. The other one is amp style. And then also, as well as that, it's got these synth-style filters. So 24 dB, low pass and high pass, that are resonant and can self-oscillate. So really, really powerful stuff.
Cool. So are these both available now?
Yep, available now.
And do you have a price on those?
Yep. So this one's $3.99, this one's $4.49.
Brilliant. Well, Loki, thank you very much.
Thanks very much.